So my name's Natalie, and I started working with Natalie back in, I believe it was the end of April, beginning of May. Um, it's hard for me to think of where I was before working with her. I was a totally different person, but I was constantly in the gym training for some race, Ironman, marathons, running, swimming, biking, probably 5 days a week. And then at the CrossFit gym, strength training, doing CrossFit workouts or Olympic lifting, and probably again 6 to 7 days a week. I didn't know what rest days were. I was also working and still am full-time as a nurse practitioner, 12-hour shifts in urgent care in the emergency department on top of that, as well as maintaining friendships and family and the life on top of all that. I had worked with three specific one-on-one or group, one was group, nutrition coaches who would give me a set of macros to hit, and I had been counting macros for at least 2-3 years and tracking before working with Natalie, and so that's not a problem. I was always a good eater and healthy, clean eater. It was always to make sure that I was eating enough to supplement my training. So why I reached out to her was because nothing ever changed between coaches to coaches, nutrition coaches. And so I knew there was something more than just what I was eating, though I didn't know what to fix. And I was kind of desperate, looking for help. And a friend had recommended I watch her Instagram stuff, and something after watching several videos, I swear I stalked her that first night, I knew that what she was going through, it just seemed so too familiar with myself, though even though I wasn't on that professional level, it hit home way too hard. It resonated with me, and the next day I contacted her and we got on the phone, I believe within 24 hours, and she told me the plan, and we talked for about an hour. And I was skeptical at first because of I had done all this with all my other nutrition coaches, and they were, would give me macros and I would check in, but something seemed different because I felt like I was living the same life that she had. I was also acceptable of cost, but I knew that I was desperate and I just needed a change in my training. So I started with her, and she was the first coach that looked at my entire life and not just my nutrition and training. She was the first person to tell me mandatory rest days, starting with 3. No races, no meets, nothing for the first 3 months. Like, it's time to give myself the recovery and rest that I needed. And I cried. I bawled for like the first week, but I gave her my whole heart and trust, and there was some crazy breakthroughs through the 3 months that I worked with Natalie. Right off the bat, I think it was like the first week and a half, I dropped like 6 pounds in I'm pretty sure it was just stress and bloat. My body was just stressed to the 9, working 12-hour shifts, anywhere from sometimes 50 to 60 hours a week, and then training on top of that. But it didn't. The biggest breakthrough came when we started working on this mindset and doing these walks and tapping into being present and meditation and really getting into um, that life and what is the meaning besides just fitness and training and and I slowed down for good, like in good aspects of my life, and my friends and my family started noticing me being present and not constantly trying to get on the next training schedule or eating this and not being able to go out to eat and going to bed early. And it was a breakthrough to finally enjoy life. And um, I would recommend this to anybody I would recommend Nat to anybody who's on this stress, constant need to go, fitness, nutrition, because there's so much more. And I think those days that I have rest days, my body loves them, and I got stronger doing less, and I got fitter doing less, and it made me enjoy the time that I was at the gym. And not only was my coach, but she became a friend, and she'd been there, and we, it was some weeks were rough, and I had a setback, but she was always there to be like, dude, it's okay. Give this 24, 48 hours, like, let's check in. And so she's amazing, and I have nothing but good things to say about her when I had no hope going in. So